All right, so freaking pumped to spend the next like 30-ish minutes with you here. I do like to talk if you don't know me personally, so it may be a bit longer than that, but I am going to do like my very best to honor your time, since I know that you made arrangements to be here, whether you're here live with me or even if you are catching this as the recording. Like, seriously, give yourself a pat on the back for that, because you carved out the time for this, you made it a priority, and not everyone does that. So thank you so much for being here, and I am going to try to honor your time and kind of give you everything I've got in the next 30 minutes. So I am Brittany. I am a wife, mama to Zoe, and we currently have a baby boy, Bacon. He's on the way. Not yet on the way. We got a little bit longer, right? We live in Florida. I'm a speech language pathologist. I told you I like to talk, and a certified life coach with master level training. So and like you, I have PCOS. If you caught the live I shared yesterday in the Facebook group, I shared my PCOS story and, kind of introduced myself. So if for some reason you didn't see that, definitely let me know. I'll tag you in it so you can get a notification. But I don't want to take up your time here tonight sharing my journey with you, but just know that I too, just like you, have PCOS. So I am the founder of the PCOS program, Powerful Sisterhood, Overcoming Stigmas, Speedy Solution to Immediate Impact. It's a 16-week program where I use my own personal experience with PCOS, the wealth of knowledge I've gained through the journey, paired with my life and performance coaching certification to help you feel normal again and to make PCOS your superpower. There is finally a program designed specifically for you. And I'll share more about the program later. But tonight I want to make sure that we dive in and really truly focus on this feeling normal, because I get it. And I hear you loud and clear. So why is it so hard to feel normal with PCOS? And again, if you want to type that in the comments, if you want to share your answer, if not, just think about it in your head. Why is it so hard to feel normal with PCOS? When the doctor said, just take this pill, why didn't that all of a sudden make you feel hopeful and better about the diagnosis? When you try to talk about what's going on in your body and in your mind with your bestie or your mom, their comments of, just don't stress about it, or when you stop tracking, you'll get pregnant, aren't helpful at all. In fact, you just want to scream at them. They just don't get it. And you are longing for someone to validate your feelings, to tell you you aren't crazy, that what you are experiencing, they are too, right? You just want to feel normal, but there are so many conflicting thoughts and feelings happening in your mind and in your body, coming from the advice shared in support groups and on Instagram pages, maybe even more of a lack thereof, right? A massive lack thereof, coming from your medical professional who is supposed to help you, leaving you feeling defective and like an oddball out, because you just want to understand PCOS and your body and why things are happening. And I get it. No one wants to live in constant chaos, feeling defective, like the oddball in the group, questioning, why me? This is so unfair. And you know what? You aren't wrong. It's not fair. How often, though, has sitting there playing the blame game moved you closer to normal? How often has wondering why you are different kept you on the outside, on the fringe, to yourself? And how often has that led to you not trying to change your circumstances? The confusion that you feel, spoiler alert, lean in here with me, That's not your fault either. All of these PCOS support groups and accounts are sharing their PCOS truth, what helped them overcome their PCOS and lose the weight, manage the excessive periods, or get their period back to get pregnant. And I know that you've seen within the Facebook group that, some of you have the same symptoms and goals as others, and sometimes we don't have the same symptoms and goals, right? This diagnosis isn't a pretty present packaged with a luxurious bow. It's extensive, confusing, and different for everyone. So in these groups and on these Instagram pages and maybe blogs that you've been reading, they mean well. And they're trying to be helpful in sharing, but they aren't factoring in you and your PCOS, your life, your goals. And if you continue to allow your mind to live feeling like PCOS is unfair, you'll always be stuck with all the unfair disadvantages. But when you embrace PCOS as your superpower, the disadvantages dwindle and your body begins to step into its true potential. So the first way of stepping into this potential and power is through the science of surpassing stigmas. Show of hands here. And again, even if you're watching this as the recording, you can raise your hand to yourself if you need to. Show of hands here. When you received the PCOS diagnosis, immediately your brain went to, will I ever have kids of my own? Right? Your doctor may have even told you, you'll have a hard time conceiving with PCOS. That's all they gave you, right? So nice of them. Thank you for that, doctor. And good old Google instantly convinced you that PCOS equals infertility. So then when you were constantly questioned on, when are you going to start a family? You wanted to crawl in a hole and hide because you didn't even know if that was in your future. And you didn't want to unload all of that on this person. And when you get the really sound advice, oh, this is my favorite, y'all. Oh, the sound advice of just stop stressing about it, then you'll get pregnant. You literally want to punch that person in the face because unfortunately, your reality and your truth is you have to track your cycles, right? With apps, and you have to log basal body temperature, and you have to know what's going on in your body throughout your cycle to see if ovulation is happening. You get the pleasure of paying attention to cervical mucus. I know, it's a lovely thing, isn't it? But truly, cervical mucus to help you determine, when ovulation is coming, that it happened, even the quality of the ovulation. So a simple sit back, relax, and it'll all work out, leaves you feeling broken, disgraced, hopeless. But when you accept the science of surpassing stigmas, you realize you hold the power. And I get it. Some of you are done with this part of your life, or maybe you're not even ready to dive into starting a family. So your truth right now is tracking your cycle to be prepared for the vacation, the beach trip, the pool day, or, maybe even wondering why you feel so shitty and have all the emotions of PMS, but no period in sight. Because your type of PCOS plays into all of this. And in the full PCOS program, you'll discover your type and what it means for you in your current season of life. But just know, you are not broken, but instead given an incredible opportunity that most women aren't. You get to truly understand the magnitude of the pure miracle of conceiving and the intricacy of the female body. So no longer is PCOS holding you back from being normal. Now it's your superpower. Isn't that amazing? Let that sink in, y'all. Ooh, I hope you feel that. All right, so the second way of unveiling your badass cape, and like side note here, I'm just saying like, let's all get like a tattoo of like maybe some ovaries with a superwoman cape attached, because I mean, like, what better reminder that PCOS is your superpower than it tatted on your skin? Maybe slightly kidding there. I mean, we could chat about it. I'm just saying, but seriously, the second way of unveiling your badass cape is by understanding the art of ovary exhaustion. Question: how many of you are tired, regardless of how much you sleep? In fact, you question like why the heck you need to work in naps in your day, right? That midday slump at work makes the rest of the day just drag on. But somehow, all the gurus out there are preaching wake up earlier, work out for 5 hours, push harder, gluten-free, dairy-free, fun-free. And you literally don't have the energy to even process like what the hell you should be doing. And even if you are able to push through your body's exhaustion, because like you're a hustler, right? You get shit done because it has to be done. Like no one's going to swoop in and save you. What is happening internally will catch up to you. And believe me, it is not pretty because that was me. When you aren't fueling your body for your PCOS type, when you are in that just like work out harder, longer, get sweatier to lose the unwanted weight, this leads to burnout. And I'm not just talking about like the mental overwhelm and exhaustion, but physically your body starts to burn the F out. And PCOS bodies feel that hard, real hard, y'all, and retaliate with massive skin breakouts, gut issues. Your cortisol levels spike and they don't return to normal. They create their new normal of insulin resistance, which means that unwanted, stubborn body fat, yeah, good luck getting rid of that. And I don't say that to be like uncaring or callous, but in the society we live in, the advice for women with PCOS is either like work harder and do a massive diet to lose the weight, or well, just take it easy, like just go for a walk. And that's not accurate. Fluid retention slows down your organs, your brain, your digestion, and your body's ability to physically move. In burnout mode, your body bypasses using food for fuel and uses your body's backup resource, which creates more brain fog, memory issues, delayed reaction time, aka being really sluggish, slow. And you don't want to get up off the couch to go play with your kids, to live your life, or hell, even to like cook dinner. So you can probably start to see that when you fully understand the art of ovary exhaustion, all the things that you are experiencing that you have labeled as not normal, you now have a reason for them, an understanding of what is happening. And very similarly with how our reproductive organs work, or well, sort of lack thereof and don't work, our body and our hormones require us to move and eat differently. And when you can start to make changes in your day-to-day, that will compound quickly to moving into getting normalcy back in your life. Hydration, that's another tip for y'all. It's real great. All right. The last piece I want to share with you, and again, like I so truly wish that I could go way in depth here with you on like everything, but this is a topic that takes more than just 30 minutes, right? Which is why I have designed the PCOS program to be 16 weeks. But my last tip for you here for feeling normal with PCOS is discovering the 3M method, mastering the messy management. I know when I received my PCOS diagnosis, it was a lot like starting college or even becoming a parent, right? There was no manual given to me. There were a few tips told to me, but mostly it was kind of a like figure it out as you go type of situation. And if you've been to college or had a baby, maybe both, I don't know, I think we can all agree that we survived, right? We figured that shit out. I mean, you are all here listening, so you didn't die in the process. But mentally, what did that journey feel like? Again, like think about that here for a second. Mentally, what did that journey feel like? Lots of doubt in yourself? Anyone feel that? Raise a hand with me. Like you questioned every decision along the way. You weren't sure how you were going to make it work. Some days you were so close to throwing in the towel and giving up because the mental load of doubt and worry weighed really heavily on you. I bet those same feelings apply to your PCOS, right? Maybe there was some fear. Anyone felt fear? Fear of failure? Fear of the unknown? Fear of letting someone else down, like a family member who was helping pay for your college, or maybe letting your spouse down because you didn't live up to the type of mother that they thought you would be. And I bet when you got your PCOS diagnosis, fear was right there too. With PCOS, that fear was, and possibly still is, will I ever have kids? Will I ever lose the weight? Will I always have horrible acne? Will I ever be normal again? And the even crazier part with PCOS, unlike college, is the diagnosis just kind of fell in your lap. So there was no preparation. Same for bringing a baby into the world. At least you had 9 months to prepare yourself. With PCOS, sure, you went to the doctor because something was wrong, but you didn't go in all giddy thinking, woo, give me a diagnosis. I'm here for my diagnosis, please. It was unexpected. No time to prepare, to brace yourself for the mental load that was going to accompany the very reason that you walked into the doctor's office that day. So you had doubt, you had fear, and a really big one that I talk a lot about, and maybe that you don't even realize, expectations. You have this diagnosis, so you are supposed to hate it. It's supposed to be your enemy. You're supposed to feel like your life is completely over. But who's placing that expectation? Who's dishing out all of these supposed tos left and right? Your mom? Your doctor? Your partner or spouse? Or is it YOU? You. Yeah, I know. That one hits a little hard, but we got to take a hard look at ourselves sometimes. When you discover the 3M method, the doubt, the fear, the worry, the expectations are no longer the villain, but your key to unlocking your superpower. It's what allows you to take the unexpected, the we didn't ask for this bullshit side of PCOS, and finally allows you to live a normal life. And that's why I am so passionate about the Powerful Sisterhood Overcoming Stigmas program, where I'm helping sisters to feel normal and to truly make PCOS their superpower without having to sit on the couch, spinning your wheels, questioning how to manage your PCOS symptoms or feeling alone in your diagnosis. So if it's okay with you guys, I would love just to take the next couple of minutes. Look at that, 20 minutes, you guys. Yes. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. But I would love to take just the next couple of minutes here with you and just share a little bit more about this PCOS program and how you can get involved. So I want to share my screen here. That way you can see and hear. I know that your ears and your brains have done a lot of listening already. So let's let our eyes do some work here, okay? But I want to tell you more about this program. So let me share my screen here with you. Hopefully Perfect. Okay. I think that you can see that. So the Powerful Sisterhood Overcoming Stigmas is a 16-week program. So in this program, you will learn to demystify PCOS stigmas so that you never question why your body acts the way it does. To finally make a game plan to move forward based on the symptoms you actually have. You'll also be given health and wellness blueprints for your body and mind to use, a routine that was designed for you. Instead of being told, just balance your hormones, right? Anyone else just like hear that all the time? You're like, oh, okay, I get it. I need to balance them, but like, how can someone help me here? I got you. You're also going to have a proven system of support to easily eliminate the emotional struggles that come from such an extensive diagnosis. And best of all, you'll be part of an unapologetic group where you can speak your truth and feel normal. Okay, so exactly, like, let's break this down a little bit more, see here what like that exactly looks like and what you're getting in this program. It's 16 weeks of knowledge-based training and coaching. So you'll get 4 concept trainings a month, 2 direct access Zoom coaching Q&A monthly. I'll be bringing in guest speakers. You're going to get the community and peer support in the sisterhood group on Facebook, and lifetime access to all call recordings and resources, and that is off of Facebook. So even after the 16 weeks, you will forever and always have access to everything, all the videos, everything that we cover, you'll have access to that. And then, love some good bonuses. Anyone else like, hell yes, I'm here for bonuses. You're also going to get access to my Own Your AM course. You're going to get 2 one-on-one coaching calls with me. So at the beginning of the group, we're going to kind of dive in and say, like, what are your goals? Let's create a game plan, like specifically for you. And then at the end of the call, we'll kind of see, or at the end of that 16 weeks, we'll see, where are you at? What do you need to keep working on? What's changed? What do we need to tweak, and all of that and everything in between. You'll also get access to the Commitment Culture Club. So this is a group that I run on Facebook specifically for health. It's a health and fitness group where women are supporting each other, like through their journey. Meal plans are shared, tips and tricks, like all of that good stuff. And then you're also going to get the Decode Your Brain's Stress mini course, because I know stress is really big deal, right? And here's the thing, y'all, like, I have invested well over $7,000 in navigating my PCOS journey and finding my normal again. I think back to when I met with my naturopath, and she laid out a package, right? And that package was $5,000 for appointments, supplements, using their facility for like the sauna and light therapy, not factoring in the cost of my labs. And I know you probably feel me on it. It's like $100 to $200, sometimes even more, every time we need to get labs done. The gut health diagnosis, SIBO, specific to me, you may not have SIBO, but I was going to get, which was another $1,000 for the medication needed to get rid of the bacteria overgrowth, because that medication was not covered by my insurance, plus the $50 a week for acupuncture. Throw in the time I still had to spend researching and learning on my own, because, a once a month, maybe twice a month appointment for 30 or 45 minutes doesn't leave much time for anyone to actually explain my PCOS and what I needed to be doing for exercise, nutrition. So honestly, probably like a total of $9,000 plus. And you know what? I spent all of that on my journey, and none of it gave me what my mind needed to process feelings and emotions. It didn't teach me how to live in a positive place. There was no support group. I felt very alone in the diagnosis, which honestly, truly, I think that's why I shared it so openly on like Facebook and Instagram as I was going through it in 2020, just because I was looking for like an outlet, like a place to talk, because I didn't have that. And so like $9,000 helped my body, but we all know that PCOS is so much more than just our body freaking out on us. So I took it upon myself to become a life coach, to learn the skills needed to best process all the crap happening in my brain. And then I still needed more refinement, more skills, more tools in my toolbox. So I decided to continue on and become a master life coach, because I wanted to be able to help other women not have to feel like I did, to not experience what I did, to not be alone in this. So add in another $10,000. So $20,000 invested to become the Brit that you're here with today. The Powerful Sisterhood Overcoming Stigmas program should easily cost $5,000, if not more. Okay, hang with me here though. Let me share my screen again with you. So seriously, like very easily could cost $5,000. But here's the thing, like I understand that you have other expenses in your life happening with PCOS and just your typical day-to-day. And because of that, like I don't want this program to cost you $5,000. So I went ahead and dropped it down to $3,000. But thinking about like what I needed as I navigated my PCOS initially, and after hearing you and what you're wanting and needing, I know that there is something really magical here. So instead, I wanted to give it to you for more than 50% off of that. Okay, so $1,200 for everything that we talked about, everything that you're getting. And I want to offer this because like I believe that everyday women like you and me should get the time and the listening ear that we deserve to actually figure out our PCOS, and not just like celebrities that can afford $1 million retreats and can afford the chef and the personal trainer and all of that, right? We should get the same approach. So I wanted to do something really special for you by taking that additional $1,800 off. But listen, I know that you've been wanting this and needing this, like longing for it. I know that you are really ready to make PCOS your superpower and to get your normal back. So as a genuine, just like, thank you for being here and hanging out with me for the last like 30-ish minutes. I want to offer like a 3-day special pricing just for you and take an additional $200 off of that. Okay, making it $999. There are payment plan options available. I will share the link with you guys to the website. It'll break it all down for you. Let me share that real quick in the comments, and then I'll also just kind of quickly show you what it looks like what the website will look like whenever you go there. So there is the link for that, but you'll see on here, if you scroll down, so see everything, it again tells you, everything that you're going to be getting that we covered. But you'll see down here the 2 different payment plan options, and you can choose which one works best for you. So if you want to pay in full, you actually get an entire month for free. But you can, again, check this all out, tomorrow, whenever you kind of get the chance. But here's the thing, like I know that some of you need to think this over. You'll have more questions. It's part of your human design. It's like literally who you are. So just message me with your timeline, like in the next 3 days, and I will hold this special offer for you. And truly ask me all the questions that you have. Like I am that person. I need all the details, like all the ins and outs, and then I can say yes or no. So don't fight that part of yourself. Just ask me all the questions that you have. Okay. So, message me, let me know kind of what's going on in your brain, ask all the questions that you have, but just know that if you don't message me or sign up by Sunday at midnight, the special promo pricing will expire and it will go back up to the $1,200, okay? And listen, if you walk away from this video with nothing else, I truly hope that you feel the spark in your heart that normal is possible. PCOS didn't strip away you, your voice, your likes, your dislikes, your values, and your personality. It's all still there. So it's time, sister. Time for you to find your cape and to make PCOS your superpower. Okay. All right, I'm signing off. If you have any questions, reach out, ask them. I will be in my inbox tomorrow chatting with all of you. You guys have a wonderful night.